Hello. This is the Smile Revolution show with Princess Wow. Yes, this is me, also known as Mindy Fradkin. And I just wanted to show you my little flower. And we raise awareness to the healing power of a genuine smile. Sincere smiles only apply. It's about giving and receiving smiles. And I know we're going through a difficult time in the world, but there's always good going on. And there's always a reason to be grateful, no matter what, no matter what's going on. So that's what this is about. And so today I have an exciting show with Cynthia Shaw. She's an actor in New York City, singer and pianist, and one of the busiest people I know. And so I'm really excited to present you to her in a little bit. And somebody wants to say hello. Okay, so Miss Wow. It's from a photo of me. Now, this is my real hair, if you haven't seen my show. And this is from a wig of mine. I have many wigs. And this is my smile bag. Well, her smile bag. I have one too. Doesn't everyone have one? Well, anyway, she always likes to get in on the action. And then I have this. This is a project I've been doing for a long time. But this show, online show, which is my 143rd show since March 2020. This show started during, lockdown in New York. We're in New York, and to help people smile, which helped me during the last 2 years. And so anyway, I had my sister Anne sent me this Be Positive Smile jar. So let's see what it says here. Thank you for being you. And let's see what else we have here. Okay, and in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Abraham Lincoln. And he also said that you have to make up your mind to be happy. It's all in your thought. It's easy to be miserable, but it's not as easy to be happy, especially with all the challenges that we often have to deal with. But you can do it. It's harder, I think, to be happy, but you can. So let's see who else here. My little kitty cat from Japan. My friend Laurel and Tadashi, they gave her to me. I always have a cat, and so they gave me this. They always do too. And who else is here? My little hippopotamus wants to give you a big smile. You can tell I always say this. You can tell I've done a lot of children's shows over the years. And we're just having fun. We need to have more fun. So let's see. Now I have here this book, The Tiny Book of Tiny Pleasures by Irene Smith and Astrid van der Hulst. Need my glasses. Okay. Now I have, if you've seen my show recently, I have a little baby. Oh, I have a bird's nest on my deck. And I think there's one egg. I think it's going to, I don't know, I feel like it's going to hatch any day. And then I opened up to this today and it said, okay, spotting a bird's nest. I literally have had this nest has been on my deck because my neighbor who lived here before me, he left it for me. I thought it was a gift. 2.5 years later, I didn't realize. I knew there were birds flying up there. And all of a sudden, like weeks ago, I was like, it looks like there's a bird's nest there. And I looked up, I stepped on the chair and I looked down with the mirror and there was one egg. And so it's like so exciting. And I have to be very careful. If I go too close to the door, the mommy runs off. The father comes, I see the father with the red tail occasionally. And my cat, who usually goes on the deck, Tiggy, she doesn't hardly ever go because she's very sensitive to the bird family. And, the world, according to Mr. Rogers, important things to remember. Okay. There's a song that he wrote. It's you I like. It's not the things you wear. It's not the way you do your hair, but it's you I like. The way you are right now. The way deep down, deep inside you. Not the things that hide you. Not your toys. They're just beside you. But it's you I like, every part of you, your skin, your eyes, your feelings, whether old or new. I hope that you'll remember, even when you're feeling blue, that it's you I like. It's you yourself. It's you I like. I don't know if you saw his documentary or the show with Tom Hanks playing him, but I was like crying during almost the whole documentary with him. It's just so incredible. And if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's so inspiring. And then let's see, Mary Kimball Morgan said, if we were more concerned with the giving of comfort, courage, gratitude, love, our lives would be wonderfully enriched. And then she also said, dear friends, will you not consecrate yourselves wholeheartedly to the establishment of true peace on earth? And who else wants to say hello? Gumby and Pokey. They wanted to give you a big wave and smile. And let's see. This is my first smile button that I made in 2005 or 2006. May you give and receive many smiles. And I also have a smile jar. Do you? You can make one. I made one. Put together a jar and write down all the things that make you smile. Baking. I love to bake. I just made crispy chocolate chip cookies for the first time. I usually make the chewy, but I found a recipe for crispy. And what else? Well, I love to sing, being with my cat Tiggy, also known as the Queen of Wow, and being generous. I don't know, there's just different things in there. You can add things in there too. And let's see. My friend Laura Malter sent me this. Find Joy in Each Day by Saint Philip Neri. And then my shoe calendar, which I haven't shown in a while. My shoe calendar of the day. I don't know if I would wear those. And a lot of them I wouldn't wear. I'm not sure I even like these, but I'm just showing to you anyway. There's a lot of fun, unusual shoes, but a lot of them are just really just pieces of art that I would never wear because I don't wear heels, but it's fun to look at anyway. And I think that's it. So, yeah. Okay, so let me tell you about Cynthia Shaw. And she has her first cabaret show coming up at Don't Tell Mama, May 23rd and May 31st in New York City. I'm going to read you a little bit of her bio before she comes on. Stockard Channing meets Susan Sarandon with a twist of peppermint. I love this. A hurricane and a well-wrapped gift box. Cynthia Shaw, pianist, singer, and actor, lives in Brooklyn, New York. She was born and raised in Pueblo, Colorado, and moved to New York to attend the esteemed Manhattan School of Music. Since graduating, she has dedicated her life to creating and performing. Acting highlights. Let's see. She's been in as Mrs. Weinmiller, Summer and Smoke, Terry Schreiber director, Liz Fuller, Me and Jezebel, Kentucky Repertory Theater. She goes on and on. She has a very full, and she's done a very full, done a lot of acting and many other off-Broadway theaters in New York. Her film work has been presented at the Cannes Film Festival Corner, the Film Society of Lincoln Center, the Soho International Film Festival, and the Big Apple Film Festival, to name a few. Her one-woman show, Velvet Determination, recently won Best Festival Debut at the New York City's United Solo Festival, Best Solo Show, the Pittsburgh Fringe, Best Theater Production, Galway Fringe, and Best Personal Story at the Boulder Fringe. Music highlights, backup vocals for Paul McCartney at Carnegie Hall, Bjork at Riverside Church, singing with the New York Philharmonic when they won 3 Grammy Awards, and playing piano for Garrison Keillor and the Prairie Home Companion at Town Hall and on NPR. And it goes on, but this is a shorter version of her bio. And I'll let her tell you a little bit more. And here she is. Hi.
Hi, how are you, Mindy? It's so good to be here. Wow.
Oh, thank you. It's so good. I'm so glad you took the time. You're so busy to be on my show today or tonight. No. It's going to premiere at night. We're doing this pre-recorded.
Yeah, no. I'm honored. So anyway, I'm just happy to be here. And I have to tell you, as you were talking about all your little play toys, I have Sasquatch on a dinosaur at my desk, which I just love. And then I also have a little porcupine, Mr. Phineas T. Porcupine. And here he is. So when you were pulling your little play toys out, I was like, oh, I have my own.
I have some too. It's funny because when I do that, a lot of my guests do have little toys and dolls too. So it's fun. I mean, we're just having fun, and it is like we all have the child within us, that needs to express itself. So it is fun to have all these little toys. So
Exactly.
that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. So I know you've got your debut cabaret show coming up this month.
Yes.
So let's tell us a little bit about that.
So my show is called Spark of Creation, and it's a combination of songs that I really like, that really speak to me. But as we've been working on the show with my director Lennie Watts and my musical director Steven Ray Watkins, what's sort of come out of it is this kind of I don't want to say positivity, but there's kind of this light and this there's always power in everything. I mean, there's always possibility in everything. And I even have a song called Die Vampire Die, which is from a title of show. And when I heard the song and I saw the show, I was like, oh my God, this song spoke to me so much, because it talked about the vampires that overwhelm us and tell us, you're like your teeth need whitening, or you went to state school, all these ways that we torture ourselves,
Right.
But overcoming those things. And yeah. So anyway.
That's great. That's really neat. So how many songs are you doing?
I think there are 12. I forgot to count.
Okay, so it's like an
12 songs. Yeah,
okay.
so like Alto's Lament and Corner of the Sky, and a wonderful song by Jason Robert Brown called Hope, which I opened the show with. I come to sing a song about hope. And I think that the show really is about that. But then I also talk about my being in Colorado in high school and all these things that happened then, silly things, but fun things.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's neat. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really great.
Yeah. It's something I wanted to do for a really, really long time. And finally, I just thought, just do it. Just plan it. Just do it.
Right. Right.
So-
Because I know you talked about it. It's like as soon as you start talking about it, you were so happy.
I know,
It
right?
just felt like the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I sing, it just fills me with so much. I can't even tell you. It just fills me.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so I'm glad to do the show. Yeah.
Okay. I know. And you have so much else going on too. This is only one of the many projects you're doing, but we're not going to get overwhelmed.
No. One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Right. So you're going also to Edinburgh this summer.
I'm going to Edinburgh this summer, yeah, with my solo show, Velvet Determination. And
which I'm going to show a clip from in a minute.
Okay, yeah. So just everyone knows, Velvet Determination is my story of coming to New York as a young classical pianist from Colorado to try to get into Manhattan School of Music, sort of like my Emerald City kind of thing. And all of the things that happened to me along the way.
Right.
Inside influences, my demons, right, as we all have. And then also outside things that happened, to me. So
I saw your show at United Solo. I know it's changed though with your new director.
It's changed a lot. Yeah. So so I play the piano a lot more.
Right.
In the show, and my director Peter has even encouraged me to play while I talk, which that was a new experience for me.
Oh.
Yeah, but I've been mastering the art of playing the piano and talking at the same time.
Neat. Oh, that's great. So it's Peter Michael Marino.
Yes.
We adore. He's so wonderful.
Oh my God, he's so wonderful and he's so creative. Oh my gosh,
he really is. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah, and he's so smart. Like when I started working with him, like the thing about Peter is that like you say something and he totally gets it like immediately.
Right.
Understands, and that he also has like points of view and thoughts about it that help urge what you're trying to do, what you're trying to create, opening it up even more. So yeah, I feel really so happy to have him on.
Great. That's really great. I've coached with him. He's an amazing guy, and I've really enjoyed working with him too. And he's such a wonderful person too.
Yeah. In fact, this weekend he has a new show that he's working on about nurses in pulp fiction novels.
Uh-huh.
And so he's in Phoenix right now, and they're doing a 3-day performance of that show. So so that's very exciting. Yeah, he's like
he's always creating new things all the time.
Always creating, yeah. It's very impressive.
Yeah, he's inspiring for sure. So, and he's always so helpful. The other thing about him is if you need him, I mean, when I've asked him a million things, if you need him, he gets right back to you, and he's so helpful, and he's connected to everybody, you know. So he's just
He's
a good
very
friend.
generous.
He's a good friend to have in the business. He's wonderful. What show?
Excuse me. Sorry, I
Okay,
thought sneeze coming. I was like, oh, I have to sneeze.
okay. So, but I know you're also going to Iceland?
To Reykjavik, yeah, to the
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik Fringe Festival. So I have
You have a busy summer. You're
yeah,
international.
and so like everything happened at once. So first, I mean, it didn't happen in this order, but this is how it's happening this summer. Is first I take the show to Reykjavik for 2 performances, and then I come back and I have 3 performances at 59 East 59th Street.
I know, I saw that.
Manhattan, yeah, which is just like awesome. So,
I know.
So that's part of their East Edinburgh Festival, and then in August, then we go to Edinburgh,
and that's the whole. You're going the whole month.
The whole month, yeah.
So you're going to do like shows. Is it you do a show every day?
Every day except for Sunday.
That's so okay. 6 days. That's amazing.
So it's like so crazy.
I just can't. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. But it sounds amazing. But it's I mean, I know it's going to be amazing. But I don't know. It seems like so much. I know. I don't know how people do it.
I know. There's going to be like 3,000 acts there, right? And so you're constantly having to try to sell your show, trying to get people to come to your show, interest people in your show. Yeah. So there's a lot that goes on to it. So, I just have to try to pace myself, and my husband is going to, and then
that'll help you.
And my friend Mary Goggin, who has a show, Runaway Princess, is also going.
I know.
Yeah. So the 3 of us are sharing a flat together. So that'll be really nice to have,
Oh yeah, you'll have that support. Yeah. And then also David, your husband, can like help flyer and help you with papering, like giving people your flyers. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Although they say,
are they not doing it anymore?
No, they are. But after a while, they say that nobody wants to take your cards anymore. Like all the audience people are being so bombarded by all these people, like, come see my show. So
they don't even want. It's like too much.
Yeah. So anyway, so you do what you can.
So I wonder how you get the word out then. I guess you have a publicist you hired, right?
I have a publicist. Yeah, I hired a publicist, and so working with her, and so she's already started things. Moving forward. The thing is too, since my show is a classical piano show,
right?
I always try to connect with classical piano people, piano teachers. My audience tends to skew a little bit older because I play classical music.
Right. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So I try to target those people.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of have a built-in audience that I think would be interested.
Yeah, exactly. People that like classical music, people that like storytelling. One of the things that I discovered when I did the show, and this certainly was not my intent, was that because there's some epiphany moments in the show, that it allowed my audience, not made them, but allowed my audience members to actually think about their own personal journeys and about their own epiphany moments in their lives, and things that got in their way and how they overcame them. Especially, after I do the show, people will write me and tell me those things. And
that's great.
Yeah, I did not expect that at all. Not at all.
That's really nice. That's really wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. So you're really touching people.
Yeah, exactly.
They're actually sitting down to write you. That's really neat.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's to me, that's the thing about theater and about literature, is that as performers, we're able to articulate what people are feeling on the inside or going through, and maybe they don't have the vocabulary to be able to actually say the words.
Right.
But you go to the theater and somebody says it and you're like, oh my God, I feel that way too. I'm not alone.
Right.
I'm not alone.
Right. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so I think what I want to do is take us off, and I'm going to show one of your videos. I think I'll show Velvet Determination since we're talking about it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay.
A minute. It's a minute. Okay.
New York was huge. In fact, it was so huge that I skipped my college graduation to fly to New York for the audition. I quickly realized that New York was very different than Pueblo. Cynthia, you are not practicing enough. You have to make love to the piano. But they were oftentimes undermined by paralyzing nerves, my eyes glazing over, my fingers shaking, memory slips. But I had this burning desire to play the piano and to be seen, to be heard, to be wanted, because that's what made me special. That's what set me apart from other people. I was a musician.
I love that. That is a great reel.
Thank you.
It's really great.
Thank you. I had fun putting it together. So,
Yeah, you did a good job. It's really great. So that's what you used to for Edinburgh and everybody. You sent those out.
So yeah, so I sent that to Edinburgh, and then for Iceland, they wanted a slightly shorter one, so I just cut a few things off of that one. But yeah, trying to sort of show the humor in this,
Right.
But also the conflicts. So I definitely have conflicts, as we all do. But
Right. Yeah. So that's great. Now I love that.
Thank you.
And so what is there, okay, so you're what else are you doing? Okay, so all summer you're like very busy, but I know are you doing anything else? You're a piano teacher too. You teach?
I do teach piano lessons, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
and you're also acting in other, you seem to be always doing acting and a lot of classes too, right?
Yeah, well, I in January I was at the Gallery Players here in Brooklyn, and we did a show, a new show called "A Fugitive Colors," written by a woman, Barbara Anderson, from California, the Silicon Valley, about 4 women who each have their own sort of agenda and what they want and need, and so I got to be one of the women. So that was fun. I got to play a sexy woman. I've never really played a sexy woman before. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so that was really really fun. So so I did that, and then I haven't done any plays since then.
Okay.
I've done a couple of like film things, but small film things, and then I also conduct this group called the Art Mob, which is an a cappella choir. There's 10 members, and they sing everything a cappella and from memory. And we were supposed to have our 3 concerts this weekend, and one of the guys got COVID. So we had to cancel all 3 concerts.
Aw.
Yeah.
No, people are still getting it. I know.
It's totally crazy. So
Yeah.
So anyway, but we had fun songs like "My Dog Loves Your Dog" and my Swiss Miss Misses Me, and shape note tunes and all sorts of great stuff. So, but then the other big project, and I wanted to bring this up, is that for Edinburgh, my publicist said, "Oh, it's really nice to sell something after the show. People like to take remembrance. Why don't you sell a recording of your piano music?" Well, I don't have a recording of my piano music. So in April, I recorded a half an hour's worth of music, 8 songs. And I'm going to meet with him next week, and we're going to do the final edits on that. So that was a huge project for me to do.
Yeah.
To go into the recording studio.
Well, that's great. That's exciting.
Yeah, it was very exciting.
Yeah, I love recording. I love going to the recording studio, and yeah, it's really a fun experience.
It is.
I enjoy it. It's special. I love doing it. I love being in the recording studio.
Yeah,
as long as I'm not the producer. It's like Roland is the producer. I'm like, he tells me what to do.
Yeah, well, what I found hard, and that's why I'm going back into the studio to work with the recording engineer, is making my choices. Like I just get so lost in the I'll be like, oh, those 32 measures are really great.
Mhm.
And then, they're a little boop, and then we have to pull from here. Now, where was that again? My
Right, yeah.
ears get all overwhelmed. So,
Uh-huh.
so anyway,
He's gonna help you. That's good.
yeah. And I like
Appreciate it.
collaborating. I like collaborating anyway.
Yeah.
I much prefer that. So it's fine.
Mhm. Okay, great. Okay, good. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do now is take us off, and I'm gonna show everybody your performance reel.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll see you in a few.
You want to talk about it?
Talk? Well, who, us? Oh, you mean the two of us? Like between the two of us?
You want to talk or not?
You mean about our dead son? Oh, we haven't done that before, so why should we bother now? I want you to stop acting like nothing has happened. That's what I want.
If you want to have a grieving contest, go find someone else.
Oh, I know how you grieve. Have another beer! I'm a widow. I'm sad. I'm lonely. And I'm in serious need of some carnal bliss. You're a good-looking guy in a shitty marriage. You're also a chaperone. That Verna Heath, that bitch, she probably has people on the inside. She has those people like under her thumb. You gonna light up that thing?
Trying to give it up.
Well, now's not the time. I want that bitch gone. And her daughter, too.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Any questions?
No, sister. Thank you.
I'll talk to you again when you come to class. It is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. How many of you believe that it is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all? Isn't it obvious? You left this family long ago. You never visited us. You never told us anything about your life.
I was trying to establish something for myself.
And then, 4 years ago, out of the blue, you came down here and decided that I needed medical help. How much love would you like, Cass?
Okay. That was great.
Thanks.
Yeah, really very moving. Anyway, I want to show your poster, but also you have a web series.
Oh, right. I forgot about I was
You
reminded.
see, you have so many things going on.
I know. I can't help myself.
I
Anyway,
know.
so
I know.
during the pandemic, everybody was creating, in their apartments, trying to figure out what to do. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun to create like an alter ego piano teacher kind of thing? So I created Dr. Ivory Von Tickle, who teaches with joy and confusion. She's your perceptive piano teacher.
Uh-huh.
And I have 4 episodes that I've done thus far. So what I do is I record my parts. I write the script, and then I record my parts, and then I have other people. Essentially, I teach online piano lessons. My Dr. Ivory does, but she's kind of wacky,
Right.
and so then the people who I teach the lessons to, then I tape them, and then I put the two together. So thus far I've gotten 4 episodes done. So I hope to continue more, probably in September.
And I think you've won awards for it, haven't you?
Well, I've won official selection and
Okay.
all of that in about, I don't know, 10 film festivals, I would say.
Well, that's really good. And they're just like, how long are they?
The shortest is like 3 minutes. I think I got a little carried away with the last one. I think that one is 6 minutes long.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I know I've seen at least 1 or 2.
Yeah.
They're really funny. Okay, I just want to show your poster for I'm going to take you off for a second. I want to show your poster because we're going to be in front of us. So, okay, hold on. I wanted everybody to see that if they're anywhere near New York City.
Yeah, come to Don't Tell Mama on the 23rd and the 31st for Spark of Creation. Yeah, and I have to say that Molly Gazet took that photo, so she's a wonderful photographer. So I want to give a shout out to Molly Gazet.
Yeah, no, I love that picture. It's really great, and I like the poster too.
Thank you. I designed it myself.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, no, it's great. Now, what about it's not going to be streamed though, right? It's just live.
No, I thought about streaming it
Mhm.
also, but the internet connection there is not,
Oh, okay.
it's not reliable. So
Okay. Right. So it's not worth it.
yeah, so it was recommended to me not to,
Okay.
not to do that. So yeah, so I'll do those 2 performances, and I'm excited. And my director Lennie Watts is wonderful. He's like Mr. Cabaret. He's done a million cabarets, and he just has a million ideas for me, which is wonderful.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then my pianist Steven Ray Watkins he's like really sensitive to every like nuance of the song movement and this and that happens in live performance. So he's the kind of pianist that you want. Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah,
great. That's
really
really
great.
great. All right. Well, you're definitely keep yourself busy, Cynthia.
Yeah, I
So many projects. It's amazing. Every time I see you're always doing something like amazing projects all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't help it.
Right.
I just can't help it. I just get these ideas of things that I want to do, and so
Well, we're artists. Artists have to create.
exactly. And that there's that part of you that's like, oh no, I'm not allowed to do that. Oh, I'm not allowed to do that. And the older I get, I realize, wait a minute, no, that's not true. Like, who's telling me that?
Right. Exactly.
Who's telling me that? I'm telling me that.
Right. Right. And the thing is that you have to just do what feels right now in your life. Like if and the thing is that we also have a great group of our mastermind group.
Yeah, I do of support.
Yeah, which really is. It's nice to have a support group.
Yeah.
to
And
help.
I think for me, I sort of live in fear of making a fool of myself or making a mistake or doing something wrong. And when I finally started really acknowledging that, I was like, well, wait a minute. First of all, you're not going to make a fool of yourself. And second of all, so what? So what?
You do what you feel led to do, and you're creative, and we're just artists. And art is subjective.
Exactly.
Everybody likes different things.
Exactly.
And not everybody's going to love everything you do or what I do. It's like not everybody's going to get it. And then, and some people will, and hopefully more people do.
Yeah. But it doesn't, in a sense, it doesn't matter because
it doesn't matter. It
we
really
all have to
matter.
find our people. We have to all find the people who
exactly
resonate with us.
Right.
And there are those people everywhere.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. I mean, there's definitely people who like with me, with my colors, like there are people who totally get it. I've got the color wall crowd in London. And then there's people there's people who are going to get me. And there's people who are just think I'm completely crazy.
Right.
And it's okay. It's I find it when you get to a point where like it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It really doesn't matter because we all have our tribe and our people that would resonate with us. And everybody's unique.
Everybody is unique.
Everybody is.
It's like a little, like all the, when you're a kid and they talk about the snowflakes that fall in the sky and millions of snowflakes every single one is different, which I find really hard to imagine. But if you think about people that way, it's the same thing. And we all have our own inner beauty and our own inner gift. Doesn't matter who you are. Everybody has it.
It's true. And it's about just tapping into what feels right for you to do in this life and your mission. Everybody's got their own unique talents. And you just have to get past all the negative self-talk or the criticism. And you just have to go forward. It's not easy. I've had to overcome so much in my life to do what I'm doing now, but you just keep going forward.
Exactly.
And everybody has challenges.
I know. I used to think that I was only allowed to do one thing. Like I'm only allowed to play the piano or I'm only allowed to act or I'm only allowed to do this. And then all of a sudden I began to realize, no, I can actually do all of them. And it's okay because they're all coming from the same source.
Right. Exactly. Well, you're doing a great job, and it's
Thank
super
you.
impressive, all the good things you're doing. And it's good to know you too as a person, because you're very inspiring and a wonderful person too. And that's the most important of everything, you
Thank
know?
you.
Yeah.
I have to say, I know this sounds really weird, but I actually really love people. I love people. I love getting to know people. I love hearing about people. I love connecting, and I just love that. So that feeds me too,
Hmm.
in a healthy way, I think. So
Yeah.
like it's been great getting to know you, right?
Yeah.
You
I
know,
know. Yeah.
right? And because we met remember you had extra tickets to your show
Years ago. Yeah. In 2018, I think. Yeah.
at United Solar. You had extra tickets, and we had connected some other on the a Facebook group. And I was like, "Oh, I'll take your extra tickets," and that's how we met, right?
Right. Yeah. Hmm. Right. That's right. Now I remember. Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly. It was from the United Solo Facebook group.
Yeah. So, what was I just
And then here we are. And here we
here we
are.
are 4 years later,
I know.
still,
And we're still, and now we're in a mastermind group together too,
which is great.
which is really good. So thank you, Antonia Casper,
Yes,
for
exactly.
organizing our group. And she's got a great show coming up.
Oh, yeah. You should tell people about her show.
Yeah, it's at let's see. Okay. I saw her show years ago too. Confessions of a Straight Man.
Yes, it's at the Laurie Beecham Theater.
Yeah, and it
Laurie
opens.
Beecham at 40 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. What is it? It's it's across actually from United Solo and Theater Row.
Right. So it's and the dates, I believe you could
June
check
9th.
9 and 10 maybe, and then not until the 31st. So she has 3 performances.
Right. It opens on June 9th. I know that.
June 9th. Yeah.
And it's
So
at the Laurie Beechman Theater on
Yeah.
42nd Street, right?
yes, at
At 9th Avenue. I mean,
Westbeth. No. Forget
forget
that.
No, it's the Laurie Beechman Theater.
Laurie Beechman Theater. Yeah. So so that's very exciting.
Yeah. So, and I'll the next show I do, I will put out her information for her, because I know she's promoting it now.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to sign off with?
No, not really.
I think you've said a lot.
I've said a
we've
lot.
covered
Yeah.
a lot of
You're
things.
talkative.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great, Cynthia. Well, it's great to see you and hear all the good things you're doing.
Thank you so much for asking me to be on your show. I really feel honored. So this was really fantastic.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, I'm honored that you took the time to be on my show. So thank you so
course.
much.
You're
And
welcome.
I will talk to you soon. And I'm going to close with my closing credits.
Excellent. All
and
right.
Talk
Thank
about
you.
my next show.
Yeah.
Mary Goggin, your friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Our
Right.
friend. But your friend you're going with Edinburgh with.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, great. Okay. Thanks so much,
Thank you so
Cynthia.
much. Thanks.
Okay. Bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. My interview with Cynthia Shaw. And next week, so this is Monday, but premiering Monday. I'm pre-recording a lot of my shows right now. So this will be Monday, May 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 a.m. in the UK, and 5 o'clock in California. And so next week, I've got Mary Goggin, who's another actor. She has an award-winning solo show. She's going to Edinburgh, too, with Cynthia Shaw. And her show is called Runaway Princess, a hopeful tale of heroine, hooking, and happiness. I've seen the show. It's amazing. She's amazing. It's very inspiring. So she'll be on next week. And so stay tuned and keep smiling, keep sweet. Join the Smile Revolution. And I'm going to sign off with my credits. It's called the Smile Revolution that comes, goes round and back to you. So smile, 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 a simple smile.